And for those that are in the mentorship, like I said, it's going to be, ooh, let me do this instead too. So if I can't go live, let me just make sure that I post it in FX Hangout. Just one second. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna try to hold y'all up too long. All right. Okay, what's going on, everybody? So tonight is another session where we go over your top 5 pairs. And of course, we're just going to be scanning over the market and just, for me to tell you some of the top picks that we're going to be looking at in the morning time when we trade together. I thank y'all for all y'all prayers and everything else that y'all, sent me while I was dealing with my great grandfather's burial. And now it's time to, get back to work. He lived a long life. Like I told y'all before, he was 94 years old, and now he's at rest with my great grandmother. So, it's a part of me that's super sad, but at the same time, I'm just glad that both of them are not alone anymore. So, that I already know, based off my faith, that there's life after death. So, that's even more of celebration than it is, being sad. So, just thank God for that. But let's go ahead and look at some of these charts. Like I said, taking a look of some things that we're going to be looking at tomorrow. Now, for those that are not in the mentorship, or not in the signals group, like I said, for the most part, you already know that. You can always get in the free signals. I normally post 5 signals a week in there. I already posted the first one, which I already know is in profit. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit. And if you want to jump in the mentorship where you can learn how to trade my strategy, learn how to trade, and not even just my strategy, but just have more understanding of rule-based systems. So that way, if you have a strategy, I show you how to structure that. So that way you have a rule-based system to follow. So that way you can be more profitable with whatever it is that you want to learn. Okay, so that's what it's about. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this market, starting with the indexes. I like to start off with the USD index and also the Japanese yen index, because I like to follow a lot of the USD pairs and also the yen pairs. That's just me. That's what I like to follow. You can put y'all's pairs in here so that way we can take a look at any other pairs that y'all may have. Okay, Trish put GJ, so that's going to be the first one that we look at. And then after we look at y'all's, then I'm going to go ahead and look at I'm going to let y'all look at some of the ones that I, thought we just want to go ahead and scan them all. But please put in y'all's pairs so that way we can take a look at it. And I can tell you a little bit of what I think those particular markets are going to be like. So this is going to be opening the floor for y'all. All right, so while we wait, I'm gonna go ahead and go over GJ right quick. All right, so GJ is as you can see, I highlighted that gold, highlighted that pair of gold. And the reason why I highlighted the gold is because it's one of the pairs that I follow. Now, based off of what I marked up, I had it going in 2 scenarios. I had it either correcting right around here and then coming back up to retest this high point, or breaking that and then eventually making its low. Of course, it broke, and now it's kind of following the scenario like it could be doing this second notion right here. So let me go ahead and delete all of this and have you just take a look at this. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, you know that I talk about trend. I'm a big trend trader. That is literally the way that I trade. That's my strategy. I trade off of the trend. And basically what we see on this particular pair is we see a trending market to the downside. And most importantly, what it looks like is going to be an equal expansion. All right, so for those that seen or subscribe to the YouTube channel, I talk about Fibonacci expansion. And for those that look at that or have not looked at that, that just simply means that for every impulse move and correction, majority of the time the market will make an equal extension. An equal extension means that okay, the same length of the impulse move. So if the market went did an impulsive move, then a lot of times it will pull back to a certain length, you know, pull back to the certain length and then uh, fully extend that same length. So an example, like what I just seen right here, the market impulse move down here, pull back, and it's pretty much going to go the equal extension of that. And as you can see, the market did that. It came all the way down to around there. It wicked over here, but for the most part, that's what it did. Now, I say all that not to be confusing to you, but I say all that just to let you know that, hey, this is in fact a downtrend. It has not shown any signs of it, turning around, but just simply pulling back, as y'all can see the market is doing right now. So as we're looking at this right now, we see the market pulling back. We say, okay, it's pulling back, it's pulling back. But Adrian, when is it going to go back down? Well, right now we have no signs of it going back down yet, just yet, right? We know that it will go down eventually. We just don't know when. So if we look at this, compared to this wick down here, we see that we're at the 786 zone. This bad boy can still go up to the 88 and even all the way up to here. There's no sign of this thing turning around and reversing yet. Why do I say that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at this on a lower time frame, like the 1 hour, you see what the market is doing, right? What is it creating? And you can unmute yourself if you know the answer.
Higher highs, higher lows.
That's it. Higher highs, higher lows. Simple as that. So if you're looking for a sell just because you marked it up as, oh, it's a downtrend and I see that it's right here, yeah, you'll be correct. But what you won't be correct on entering the market just simply because you see a little move. See, a lot of times in order for you to enter into this market, ladies and gentlemen, what you need to see is, in fact, that it's coming in back into a Fibonacci zone, but you also want to see structure change in direction. See, you also want to see stuff like this where it's creating those lower lows and lower highs. And if you don't wait for that, well, Adrian, if I wait for it, then I miss this whole move. But yeah, if you wait for it, you get more confirmation, because then this would set up for a reversal pattern, giving you more identification, saying that, hey, this is in fact the move that I was waiting for. Now it's going back down. You're trying to catch the big. Everybody tries to catch that perfect entry, so that way they can become the entry king. Me personally, I'm not looking to become the entry king. I'm looking to be the profitable king. That's me. So I'm going to wait for things, or I'm going to wait for things or play things that I see that is trending right now on a smaller time frame, which would be like the 15-minute, right? This thing is still trending up, okay? Until it starts showing me signs of a downtrend, which it could be later on tonight, going in tomorrow, we'll see, right? When we trade together at 5 p.m., 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. For those that are in the mentorship or in the signals group, 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's when we jump in it. Now, by then, we could possibly see that this thing is in fact making maybe a head and shoulders. If it is doing that, we will jump in and we will win. But for right now, this thing is still going up until it's showing us anything different, okay? But know that on a bigger scale, it is in fact on the downtrend. So hopefully that helps some people out. All right. Elizabeth put in here US 30, so we can take a look at US 30. I had put on here already that this was an uptrend. I put that in our actual paid signals group. I didn't put that in the other signals group because I don't know everybody's account size. So I don't want to put such a riskier trade in there. But as you can see, I did that as a possible trade, and we're still pretty much in profit. Got us in like around where, like around, it keeps on glowing up around there. And then we're pretty much up. If you took that trade, if you took that possible trade, you would be up and almost to hit and take profit. This particular trade is in fact still trending to the upside. It has broken previous structure highs, being this area right here. And it also, and I'll delete this, it's broken previous structure high, being this area right here. And if I draw this box over, you can see how it created a new support zone right here and came up some further, right? Now, overall, if we look at this, what is the overall direction of this? Down, right? It's going down. But currently, right now, it's trending up. Guys, Forex is not hard. We make it complicated because we look at the overall view. We get so caught up in the markups and stuff like that, but that we don't look at what the market is doing. I told y'all this market is not going to be perfect, because if it was, what would happen? All of us would be making money, correct? So we already know that it's not going to be perfect. So what we got to do is we got to play what we see currently. That's what I always do. I'm an intraday trader. You have to define who you are as a trader. Are you a swing trader or are you an intraday trader? I'm an intraday trader. So I play what I see currently. And what I currently see, ladies and gentlemen, is yes, it is in fact a downtrend. But currently the market is doing what? It is trending up, right? So looking at this currently, we know that take profit. If this is a trending up market, can y'all clearly see the uptrend on this now? Hopefully y'all can. And y'all can put that in the chat if y'all do see it. Y'all currently see the uptrend on this currently right now? Awesome, yeah. So knowing that, like I said, knowing that, that's what we're playing until we start seeing those movements to the downside. When we start to see those movements to the downside, that's when we start looking for other stuff. Okay. So when I tell you that something's trending up currently or something's trending down currently, I'm telling you what I'm currently seeing. Now, if the market changes up around my trade times, then I play it accordingly. But basically, I always tell y'all what I see currently because I am a intraday trader. I play as I see. All right, so with this one, currently the market is still moving up. I still got it retested, the previous structure high right here, okay? As it's doing right here, it just keeps on trending to the upside. So I got it coming back up to possibly retesting this high and then maybe dropping. If it does break a trend line right here, then most likely it's going to come back down here, test the low, and start setting up for what it is going to be like a head and shoulders. I'm guessing like a head and shoulders. That's what the most likely thing that it could set up for, and then continuation to the downside. But for right now, just play buys. Let me see what else we got here. Somebody wanted me to check out SP50. What the what? SP500. Let's look at some weird pairs, guys. Let's do it. Okay, mine didn't show up when I put that in. Hold on. What is this pair? Actually, like how do we put it in? Is it because I haven't really heard of this. I haven't played this one, whatever this one is.
It's the S&P 500.
This is the S&P 500. Okay, well why does it not put? Okay, there it is. Which one?
It's the futures one.
The futures one. Okay. Well, when I push on it, it got like 1,000,001. This one?
That's actually it.
Is
That's
that it?
probably the one you have to do on Trading View, Adrian. Is the one you got it on.
It should be
The
SPX.
S&P.
S&P. Well, when I choose on S&P, it gives me like all of these. So I'm kind of confused on the S&P. Unless it's like
It's
SPX.
SPX 500.
It is XPX 500. Okay. Like I said, I don't play that one, so I wouldn't really know. Oh, okay. Oh, it's turning up. There you go. It's easy. Case closed. Anyway, like with this one, it looks like it's actually making the almost exact same pattern as US 30. Like literally the exact same thing. I'm gonna show y'all right quick. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, right next to it. I'm gonna draw this out. Exactly how it looks. Remember when I said something about it trending up, right? Currently broken previous structure high and still trending to the upside. It's doing that right now. And it's getting ready to retest the previous structure high. In order to enter this market, somebody drew one here. In order to enter this market, what you're going to have to do is wait for it to break previous structure high and then pull back again. Because that's all I did. I just waited. And based off of my rules, I waited for it to come back on a smaller time frame. And when I saw that the market was constantly hitting this zoned area at the same time of making higher lows, I knew that was going to go up. So that's what it did. So right now I have it going to, at least if you're in this currently, you can play it to, previous structure high, somewhere around here or here, depending on when you entered into it. Now, if you're just trying to enter it now, guys, the moves are almost done. You're not going to really make that much off of it. If you try to jump into it, I would not recommend getting into it now. I would wait for it to break previous structure, then pull back. It's going to do it. It did it several times. It did it here, right? It did it back here, right? You'll get another chance to get in it. Just wait for it, okay? But yeah, it's still currently trending up. Okay, so we got that one. And let me get this annotator so I can get this whatever draw on here. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and let me see. CAD Chief. Let me take a look at CAD Chief. Anybody have any questions on those two pairs? Ooh, I missed that. Man, that would have been perfect. See how many times it hit off the 50? It broke out of it, did one last pullback, and all to the races. That was beautiful. Yeah, that's continuation. This is clear continuation now. Look at it. It's creating higher highs right now.
Adrian,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question about the SPF.
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
S&P. That one was a 15-minute chart that you were looking at. Does that matter or no?
No, because I'm looking at it right now. I'm currently looking at the high point. In order for me to see where it's going, I need to see where it's at. So yeah, I do my markups on the 4 hour. But basically,
Right.
if I don't see an entry on the 4 hour, then I need to go to a closer time frame. So I'll skip down to a 1 hour. Well, it kind of looks like an entry point I could probably find on here, but I still can't see it. So then I'll go to the 15-minute. Oh, perfectly. Oh, perfect. I can see lower lows. Lower
So,
high. Uh-huh.
okay. I just wanted to. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I just need to get a closer look. So that's why I go to the 15-minute. That's why I kept it on the 15-minute so that way I could see it. So, that's the only reason why I went to the 15 minutes. So that way I can kind of see what is going on. Is it in fact retesting lows, just like it did right here when it pulled back? If y'all looked at it right here, it pulled back, right? What did it pull back to? It pulled back to previous structure low back here. It literally came right back to retest this previous structure, hit off it again 3 times, and then I would have jumped in right off of this break right here. After this break of the candlestick, why would I do that? Why do y'all think I would have did that? I would have waited for this impulsive move, this candlestick, this 15. That confirmation.
Yeah, that's an engulfing candle.
Absolutely. And then I start checking off my list, different things. What do I got to see? Where's the 50 at? Where's this at? Where's that at? Then I said, okay, I got a ascending triangle right here. Those that don't know what ascending triangle, look at your reversal. Look at the reversal pattern section. Ascending triangle kind of right here, all in blue. And then boom, again. Comes back down, does it again. If I was unclear, if I was unsure of this, I was definitely sure of this. I was definitely sure of this. That's why I called it. And then boom. Wasn't taking out the previous low. 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 You know what? Take profit. Here we go. Easy. It's too easy. Too easy. All right. Hold on. Let me see what else we got. NZD Okay, first, let me go ahead and look at this cheat. Hold on just 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Cat Chief. Yeah, Cat Chief is going to be a continuation. If you're playing this, keep on playing the buys for right now. Okay. Can everybody see the continuation on this clearly? Let me just get rid of all the, because even without the indicators on there, y'all should be able to still see that clearly, right?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And then if y'all don't see it clearly, I can go down to a smaller time frame, 1 hour. Y'all can clearly see. Play what you see, ladies and gentlemen. Play what you see. And if you don't see it, use the trend lines to see it. Follow the trend. You know, it's easy. Let's not make it complicated. If you see a trending market, play the trend. Intraday. Y'all are all trying to enter the market every single day. But when y'all get fooled off of the higher time frames, I just use the time frames. The 4 hour time frame for me is the perfect time frame for me because of my schedule. And I practice on the 4 hour. I use the smaller time frames for extra confirmation and understanding so I can get a more precise entry. That's all I use them for. But if you're just simply looking at the 15-minute and you're not looking at the higher time frame like the 4 hours, so that way you understand your overall trend, then you're lacking somewhere. So you have to get used to that time frame correlation. All right, that time frame correlation is so important. But yeah, we have broken previous structure high right here.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is that a W? Like
Where?
for where you have your lines marked? No, from the beginning of that trend. Because I was looking at one of the videos where you have W, V, V, M.
Mm-hmm. This would be a W at the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because that's the start of the trend.
Gotcha.
And then you got yeah, so in order to enter in this one, you just gotta wait for another pullback. That's all. But whenever you see these consolidated areas right here, oh man, this is perfect. You got impulse move, flag, consolidation, break. Easy. So for this one, still buy it. Just wait for a nice little pullback and then go ahead and enter into this market. But it's straight buys from this point for this one currently right now. All right. So let's go ahead and go through these things right quickly, unless y'all have some other ones that y'all want to check out. I'll go ahead and just scan through these and just kind of teach and scan. And we're going to go ahead and look at some of the ones that I think are going to be really good pairs. Now, I did not call this USD. As y'all can see, I have posted something right here. I did not call it mainly because it's not where I want it to be yet. As y'all can see, we had and this is the USD peso, Mexican peso. Because right here, we have moved to the upside, broke previous structure high right here, moved to the downside, and now we're just consolidating to retest this high, right? And it's just consolidate. I didn't want to enter into this yet because it's not enough information for us to jump in. But overall, I'm going to show you the overall trend on this. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can see the overall trend is what? Going down, correct? Everybody will agree? Awesome. Yeah. So when it starts to fully line up to play off of our rules, that's when I'll go ahead and call the signal. But for right now, I know it's trending down, but it has to play by our rules. We can't just enter in. Where a lot of traders get mixed up is they'll mark up a chart, and based off of their analysis, they will tell people to enter in these charts, right? But they're not following a rule system. Now, and also too, you got to realize that even if you follow your rule system, there could be time for it to wait. Just like we're experiencing with this particular trade, we understand that there's time process to wait. We got to wait for the prime process. So it may not play out. It may keep on going up. I don't know. But that's why I'm not calling this yet. It has not followed all of our rules currently yet. And we also see that a few other things for those that are in the mentorship, y'all see a couple other things that it is, kind of going against us. So we're not playing this. This is not a trade that we're taking right now. All right. So with this one, we're waiting for it to see if it's going to continue down or is it going to change direction. All right. So this is, I'm going to take this off right now. I'm not going to play that. Gold looks like it's trending to the downside right now. Okay. So overall on the 4-hour, we know that it's going up, but right now we're setting up for what is called a 1, 2, 3 move. And that is a reversal pattern move, which the market has to impulse down, correct? And then break previous structure low. Now, once it does that, we would start looking for signs of reversal, okay? But for right now, I wouldn't say enter into this market, but yeah, we did miss that though. Because I know exactly where it's going to go. It's probably going to go to retest this low right here if it's following the ABC. But we're not entering in that because the move's already been made, so we're not going to enter in that. But this one is just a waiting one. I would just wait for this one. It is, in fact, going down a little bit further. Probably going to go down to retest this low. And then once it retests this low, I would just wait to see if we'll see signs of reversal pattern. This reversal pattern that it does play out to be is, in fact, a ABCD pattern. So if you were wondering what the 1, 2, 3 move is, all it is an ABCD pattern, reversal pattern. I talk about that on the YouTube channel, so definitely check that out. Let's look at USD ZAR. USD ZAR going on the 4-hour first. Overall, has been making a huge move to the downside, still playing towards the downside, but has been pulling back, as you can see right here, has been pulling back. If we look at this on a closer time frame, we can see that it's still making those lows. It's kind of making like, with people, that are in IML that utilize that indicator, the cup, the teacup thing, as y'all can see, doing a little teacup, going down, creating lower lows. So I guess this one is known to make the little teacups. But one thing that with this particular one right now is with it going back up, it didn't break previous structure low right here. So what we are waiting for on this particular pair is to see that we start having lower lows. Once we have an engulfing red candlestick, right, we could possibly start looking for entries to our downside. For me, this is not a particular pair that I'm looking at currently right now, even though it does have potential. We would see later on in the morning when we trade together, y'all, if it in fact made some decent, decent signs of going to the downside. But for right now, it is not a pair that I'm playing. All right, so we got Euro USD, start on the 4-hour, as always. We see that we have what is called an ascending triangle, where the market created a impulse move with this engulfing candlestick, moving to the upside and making its move kind of a little bit further upwards. Now it is retesting this previous structure right here, back here, and then even over here. But just because the market comes into previous support and resistance, I don't play what I'm marking up. I play what I see. So again, even though it's coming into this previous structure point, I want to see my rules play out. I need to see my rules play out. I don't want to just say, oh, it's pulling back. Yeah, it's a downtrend. It's pulling back. And because it's hitting previous support, I'm just going to play a sell. No, I gotta, what are your rules? What are your rules to let you know that this is a reversal pattern? What signs other than it's hitting a support and resistance zone do you know that this is in fact a reversal? Because I've seen it, and I know y'all probably have too, plenty of times where the market will consolidate at a support and resistance zone that you thought was a major zone, and what does it do? It breaks that sucker, right? So you don't want to end up like that. You don't want to end up the person that gets suckered out of just, playing the support and resistance zones. You don't want to do that. So you mark it up. You can highlight it as an area of consolidation. But until you get that break of structure, pull back, and then another impulse move, don't play it. Still play it as buys. And that's what I would play it as. But currently, that is not a pair that I want to look at right now. That's not. Later on today, when we trade together, that could possibly be a trade that we take. So let's look at EU. EU looks like hot mess. I'm not gonna lie. It is in a consolidated market. Every time when it gets to these highs or lows, that's when we want to play. So right now, if you were to jump in, not right now, but if you would have jumped in this at this previous structure high, you would have been in profit. Now you would have to wait for it to get to one of these lows so that way you can buy up there. So sell high, buy low scenario with this one, because it is nothing but consolidation. All of this is consolidation if you can't see it. Any questions so far? We're just running through these. Cool. We're going to go to GU. Now GU, same thing. Still a consolidated market. Still a consolidated market. We can go to the 15 minutes so that way I can see it closer. But looking at it at 15 minute, I still see that this market can go up a little bit more. Unless it does break, it does in fact break the previous structure. Hold on, let me line it up right. Previous structure low. So it can literally come back here and then later on tonight, start playing off this to come right back up to retest this high. And I've seen that before too. Probably some of y'all have too, where it looked like it was going down. You're like, oh man, let me go ahead and jump in it. It looks like it's a structure low. But then you forget about other things. You forget, where is the true structure low? This would be the true structure low because we see support and resistance right here. Right? So, and we already know that this trend is still going up. So why are you going to look for a reversal and you haven't followed all your rules? Based off of the 4 hour, we know that this is still going up, even though we know the ultimate trend of this. So we just got to wait for it. Wait for the confirmation, then enter the market. So right now, this is it's not a trade for me. This already played out. This was something that I marked up last week. It kind of already played out to that. Retesting off of this low point I have that this market could possibly continue back up to the upside just to retest one of these lows. I mean, one of these highs up here, but I think it could possibly continue to the downside a little bit further. I think U-Chief can possibly continue down a little bit further, but in order for it to do that, it's going to pull back up a little bit and then continue down. But that is not a trade that we want to look for. It's not a clear trending market. Guys, I am a trend trader. I love to see perfectly trending markets. As you see right now with UCAD, this is a awesome trending market right now. Awesome trending market. We look at this on a 4-hour, but we can see how it's been trending, right? It was following a trend, following our 50 EMA, and then finally it broke our trend. What did it do? It gave us a 1, 2, just a little pullback. That's all it was. And then 3, impulsive move. And it's still going down. It looks like it wants to go down to retest this low here. So this could be definitely a market that you could continue playing to the downside right now, because it's just dropping like fireworks. So I might look at that later on to see. We might have some entry points on it. NZD USD, same thing, broken. That's previous structure. Came back into previous structure point right here. And now we got consolidation. Now this bad boy is in consolidation right now. Right, so we're just waiting to see what it's going to do. Is it going to break out of here, make a pullback and continue on down? Or is it going to stop here and then go up? We don't know. We have to wait. So again, there's not a pair that I want to play yet, because basically it was on a trending uptrend. And now it looks like it's consolidating to possibly go back down. So I don't want to play this yet. I want to wait till the market is clear. There's clarity to it. UJ. UJ looks like it wants to continue up. Go to higher time frame, 4-hour. We see that currently it was on a downtrend, and it still is, in fact, on a downtrend. But what is this current trend currently right now? It's going up. And again, this concept of trending markets, counter trending markets, it could be a new concept to a lot of people. But you have to realize, everybody has to realize that this market is not going to be perfect, y'all. All right. Within a big trend, there are also smaller trends that you follow. So the big trend, what is the big trend that we're looking at? It's a downtrend. Currently, this trend right here on a smaller time frame is an uptrend. But even with this uptrend, for the people that are confused, okay, well, if it's a downtrend and it's an uptrend, well, how we know that it's going to go back down? That's where you have to have rules. Okay, what do you consider a reversal? What has to happen in order for it to be a reversal to you and for you to start looking for signs of a reversal? Because currently right now, what is it doing? It's going up, but we know that it's a downtrend. So how do we know it's going to go down, go back down? We're waiting for our rules. We're waiting for our breaks. We're waiting for our test to our highs that are not being broken. We're waiting for other indications showing that this is in fact going down. Those things that you will learn in the mentorship. So it's a lot of stuff, y'all, that y'all want to make sure and clarify with yourself. What is a clear trend? Because most people will jump in somewhere around these pullback areas thinking, oh, it's getting ready to turn around just because it's consolidated. But did it break a previous structure low? Did it in fact cross any other indicators that you have? Did it show you any, clear indication with maybe a harmonic pattern? If not, why are you trying to just play a reversal just because you just see it's pulling back? It's not happening, y'all. Don't do it to yourself. Don't mess yourself up. So just keep on playing what you see. That's all I recommend. Keep playing what you see until it changes up. All right, currently right now, UJ is going up. That would mean GJ doing the same thing. GJ is actually, ooh, it's setting up. I like that. Hold up. I like this right here. Anytime when it pulls back to the 50, bounces up, and then pulls back but doesn't break the previous structure low, guys, that is a awesome entry. That is like the perfect entry. I already know it's going right up, back up to the tip of this. Like if you were to enter right now, that would be like an awesome like 10 pips. Like if y'all wanted to, y'all could after this candlestick. That would be in a morning star. And on top of that, you know, you got room to retest this high. So that would be an awesome entry. If in fact it does close and it has an engulfing right there. So about like 16 pips right there. And you can risk, you know, 14 or 16 if you want to. That'd be like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And it could go higher than that if it breaks previous structure high. So if it went in profit, you can just simply move your stop loss to break even and just ride the profit all the way up. And that's how I like to play. I love to play that way. So UJ, same thing. All the JPY pairs literally normally follow each other. They normally always follow each other. So as you can see, these are creating higher highs, but all of them look alike though. You go to the higher time frame, you can see how all of these are in fact going in a downwards trend, but currently their trend is trending up. So this week, I think they're going to consolidate out and possibly continue back with their trend to the downside. That might happen. We might see that happen on Wednesday. So just be cautious with the JPY pairs and just be mindful of where they're at. That's all I'm gonna say. Be mindful of where the JPY pairs are at and get ready to catch some major trend reversals because I think these are going to be reversing back with their trends this week. So we'll check them out and see what's happening. Same thing with Chief JPY. Same thing. As y'all can see, they literally look alike. All of these look alike. All of them. All of them look alike. Y'all see it? Just about all of them. Okay. All right, the GBP pairs. Looking at them. And the G Chief is consolidated right now. I don't really like the way that this is looking. So that's why it's not like really one of the go-to pairs right now. Because it's staying in this little area right here that it is. It's in a little funky area. It's trending down, but it's not showing us a clear sign of trend to the downside. So we're not playing that. GCAD still trending down. This was an old markup that I had. Still trending down. So we look for downward entries. Currently missed one. So with this one, you just want to make sure that it pulls back. I'll tell you the truth, I don't even like putting a line underneath this. If I can see the trend, I just like to put the line above because I know it's going down. That's what I like to do. So for me, I know that, okay, in order for this to be a downtrend, I need to see more impulsive move, breaking previous structure low, pull back, and then continuation. So with this one, this could possibly be one that we play tonight, mainly because it's making clear signs of downwards momentum, right? So we could see that later on tonight that it may continue to the downside. Let's see, GA, one of my gold pairs. So it's one of the pairs that I follow. All right, currently it came back to previous structural low right around here. And we just want to wait to see. We want to wait to see if it is in fact going to come back up to retest this high, or is it going to stay right here in this consolidated area and then continue down. So again, this is something that we can come back to later on in the morning time and see how it plays out. But as y'all can see, it is consolidating out. All right, GN still looks like it wants to trend to the upside to me. But once again, this is another pair that is in fact, in a little consolidation, as y'all can see. But it kind of looks like it wants to break that consolidation and come back up to retest this high. So again, this is going to be one that we come back and look at in the morning time. Definitely, I can put that down to do that. And then we come up to our EJ. For those that are in the signals group, the free signals group or the paid signals group, this is one that I called. We are in profit. Who took the signal and is in profit right now? Everybody should be in profit on this particular one.
I am.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So this one, like I said, make sure that y'all adjusted what I saw on this. So that way, the reason why I didn't make a quick video showing you why I took this one in the signals, because I knew he was going to get on tonight. But why I took this one is because I went to the 4 hour and I saw our 1, 2, 3 swing move happening here. So we have our impulse move to the low. We had our pullback, our engulfing candlestick on the 4 hour time frame. And I knew that we was going to have a continuation to the low because of this impulsive move. I saw where our 50 was at, and I was just like, okay, yeah, this is in fact going down because of our other rules that we have that I follow, right? So I knew that this is in fact a market that could continue down. So we're just playing this to the low to the take profit area. Now, if it does go further and break this, then ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at some awesome profits coming along to this downside to where it could be equal to around 100, 190 to 200 pips. But we haven't got there yet. We only play what we see. Currently, what I see is it is in fact trending down, but it's getting ready to retest previous structure lows. So let me actually put that. I'm sorry, I didn't even mark that. EA, same thing. We have impulse move, correction, and right now it's in a consolidated state right here. You can see it clearly on the 1 hour and 15 minute that this is in fact in a consolidated market. So this one we're not playing yet, not even thinking about. Miss ECAD, that's okay. It did break previous structure low, so most likely London session, it could do false move, enter, so that could be a pair that we play later on tonight. Okay, ECAD. So definitely take a look at that. EN, same thing. We have 1, 2, and hopefully 3 completion to give us another reversal pattern to go to the downside. So we'll see what happens with this because it looks like it's shaping up for a head and shoulders if y'all look at this. Y'all see, we got shoulder, head, shoulder forming up. So this could be more move to the downside. So these the euro pairs look like they want to go down some more. Consolidation right here. Overall, still respecting the previous high points. So again, more movement to the downside. And did I forget to call this? Did I call this, y'all? Oh yeah, I did forget to call it. That's my fault. No, this was one I called last week. I was looking at this and waiting for this last week for myself. I was calling this. I was like, yo, let me go ahead and practice a little bit. And it took forever. This thing was like, oh my goodness, such a headache. It was in such a consolidated market, and finally it played out to what it needed to play out to. And this was something I was looking at last week with EuroCAD. Let me see. AUD Chief, consolidation, not playing yet. Still waiting. Not playing yet, still waiting. Let me go to the higher time frame and see. Okay, okay, all right. Well, based off of this, yeah, we're gonna wait for this one because what it looks like is it could be continuation to the upside. We got impulse move, breaking previous structure lows or previous structure highs, engulfing to consolidation to possibly continuation. So we want to wait for this one. This could possibly be a trade. So we're going to keep that marked. That one's already played out pretty much. I don't want to keep that marked. AN. AN's consolidation. I don't like this one. I don't like this one at all. So that's not a pair. In CAD, we see more movement to the downside, as y'all can see. We see move, consolidation, break a previous structure low, consolidation, and a new break of previous structure low. So this could be one trade that we see in the morning too. We're just waiting for the pullback. Impulse move. We got flag formation. Wait to see what it does in the morning. I'm sorry if I'm moving a little bit faster. Just trying to get through these pairs now. And then our last pair is Cat Chief, which I already told y'all is definitely going to be one that you want to play to the upside because it is in fact making and creating nothing but higher highs and higher lows. So definitely put that on the radar, and you may see that in the signals group once we have an official nice little pullback to enter on this one. All right, does anybody have any questions before I let y'all go? By the way, say one more thing. This recording for those that are in the mentorship is going to be in the Discord chat underneath Monday analysis videos. All right, that's where this one's going to be. Anything on Wednesday when we do our study session is going to be under the Wednesday study session. That's where they're going to be at. Brianna says she played gold. Hey, caught that gold. Go, go. How about JPY? Oh, okay. Hopefully I covered the answer on JPY. That one still is in the consolidated market. Is trending to the upside. I wouldn't play nothing but buys until you get the rules set up for a reversal. Right now, it has not set up for a reversal pattern yet. It could possibly play that out later on around our study session where we trade together. But we'll see. Any other questions? All right. Well, if y'all don't have any other questions, like I said, get ready for our trading session at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. For those that are in the paid signals group, for those that are in the mentorship, for those that are in the free signals group, hey, just stay woke. I normally start my day at 5 a.m. And if I see signals and it's a really, really good setup, I normally try, because I only give y'all a certain amount a week, I try to make sure that they're very, very high quality setups. I don't want to just give y'all anything. So like I said, just stay woke, stay focused. Every single Monday, I do these analysis for y'all so that way y'all can have my viewpoint in the market and understanding. Also, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are almost at 900 subscribers. At 900 subscribers, I will give y'all a free t-shirt, FX Hangout t-shirt. I already sent first free one to Karen. She was our first winner, and I'll be sending those out to the next winner. Anybody have any questions before we get off? You can unmute yourself. No questions. No questions. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna keep on going. And as y'all can see, yeah, USD JPY still trending up. So it's gonna go back up to at least retest this high right here. I think it's gonna continue up that far at least. But definitely good. Like I said, just play what y'all see. Don't be confused. Even if y'all lose, right? Y'all understand why you lose because you're playing with the trend. So if you lose, you be like, okay, well, it must be trying to gear back up to go back with the trend. Just play what you see though, if you are an intraday trader. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Y'all have a blessed one. Oh, hold on. Somebody said, yeah, you can buy the t-shirts as well. It's $25. And you can definitely buy them. I can send them to you any way that you want to. I put them on the website so that way you can check them out. It's going to be our FX Hangout shirt or the Focus shirt. I have not taken a picture of that, but I love the Focus shirt. That is one of my favorite shirts. And pretty much it's like the word focus. It's almost like I drew it to be like you got it out of the dictionary and you just see tunnel vision on focus, because that is our primary mission in Forex, is to get to a point to where we have all absolute focus, so that way we can dominate this market. In order for you to dominate this market, you have to have a clear set focus. Is this your business? Is this your livelihood? Are you trying to build wealth? Are you trying to build a legacy? That needs to be clearly defined, and it can only be defined once you have the right amount of focus and drive to get there. All right. So again, I'll make sure that I'll put those down so that way y'all can purchase the t-shirts if y'all want them, and have them ready for y'all. But anything else before we go ahead and get off here? All right. If not, you guys have a good one. God bless. I see y'all in the morning, bright and early, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. For those that are East Coast, it's going to be 6. I mean, not, I keep on saying PM. I'm sorry, AM. It's going to be 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. For East Coast, it's going to be 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.